Hey, this is Nancy Blanchard with ScreenBeam, a diamond sponsor of HETMA. And you can also reach me socially at Nancy Blanchard on, I still call it Twitter, old school. We'll always keep it that way, and LinkedIn. You are listening to and watching the AV Life.
Hey, everybody. Written by Murphy here, also known as Murphy Daley. I'm an author and a project manager and an AV veteran, and you are joining us for the AV Life.
And I'm your host, Tim Van Woert, coming at you from the great state of New Jersey and Rutgers University, Newark, and HETMA and higheredav.com. And you are watching and listening to the AV Life. All right. Well, welcome back, folks. We are back. We had to skip a week there. My parental priorities had to take over last week. So you got a fun little vault episode. I think that was you and me. That was you and me, Nancy. I think,
Yeah.
if I remember, it was a good one it was like way back in March. So we went deep into the vault for that one. And
I was trying to remember. I was like, when was that one?
yeah, I think it was March. Yeah. Well, first off, congratulations, Nancy. Congratulations on a new gig with ScreenBeam. So they are, yes, as you said, they are a diamond sponsor of HETMA and by extension, higheredav.com. And they are a great company and award-winning, along with the company that our guest tonight works for, is a multi-year award-winning higher ed AV awards, Igloo Vision, Bex Wade. How you doing, Bex?
Hello, I'm great, thanks.
Glad to have you here. Wow,
yeah, you
went down. Yeah, you went full serious on us.
I just totally forgot what I was even supposed to say. Like, you know, when you're like, what is the human response to any question?
Okay, all right.
That's all right. So just take a break. Oh, and we're gaining a crew member, I believe, maybe.
Oh, what?
I think we might be gaining a crew
member. We have a surprise guest.
Drum roll, please.
Oh, hold on. I gotta switch.
Okay, while you're switching,
I gotta switch the view too, because where's my other one?
I'll probably go off camera, Tim.
Yay!
Well, hang on. Let everybody see you first.
Oh, hi. Greetings from the airport shuttle.
The airport shuttle. Oh, even better. See, Joe.
Baby life.
Joe Way could show up on a boat. But Renee, you're on an airport shuttle. Like that. That's true commitment. And
hello, Denver.
All right. You have the whole shuttle to yourself?
There's not many.
Oh, okay. Well, random other people joining in our podcast tonight.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, well, yes, ladies and gentlemen, Renee Benson from Sony, our crew member. Since we just got started, Renee, so your timing was perfect. So we were congratulating Nancy on her new gig with ScreenBeam. We were introducing Bex Wade from Igloo Vision, and Bex was trying to get caught up with the emotional responses to questions.
How are we doing? We're on fire already.
So she had to remember how to human for a minute there. So
nice to meet you. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, welcome to the AV Life. So Bex, are you okay to introduce your company and what you do for them?
I don't know. It might be a big ask. I'm not sure. All right, let's do it. So I work for Igloo Vision. I'm on the USA team, so we operate coast to coast, working on immersive technology. I specialize in education. We do an enterprise kind of side of the business as well. It all feeds together quite nicely. But our kind of main specialty as a company is a software-based solution that will turn any room into a giant immersive space. Kind of like, I often say to people, it wasn't us, but the Van Gogh thing is kind of like a jumping off point for scale. Some people ask about the sphere, but it's a little bit big, but the same kind of vibes. Like it's about putting large groups of people into the immersive spaces. So yeah, it's pretty neat. We have a lot of fun and we do some very, very cool projects. So no complaints here.
I was say some of the projects we've seen and that have been showing off at InfoComm have been amazing. So it's you, and like I said, award winning as well. So that's
I actually I can't remember how many we did this year. Was it 4 or 5? Because
it was a plenty.
It was a lot. Yeah.
You all will have noticed how my team just sent me up alone as well while they got to sit at the table enjoying their drinks. Unbelievable, but it's fine.
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe we'll see you again up on the stage for the Higher Ed AV Awards coming up in Vegas. Yeah. We've started conversations about it. I'm not going to reveal anything yet, but we are discussing our setup and everything for this year. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Or is it the same venue as last year?
I'm not divulging anything like that. So, yeah, no. What I will divulge is that I am actually going to be making an appearance in a city that is not of my usual attendance. I am heading out to shipping up to Boston, as they say, for the Midwich Tech Connect.
Early in the morning.
And I'm representing HETMA at our booth over there, along with a whole host of other sponsors that I'm not even going to try to go through the whole list that's here. That is October 29th. Up in Boston. So for all of our Boston area folks, come by, say hi. So that's official as of today. Like I just found out today that I'm going to be going. So yeah. So that's breaking news. Yeah. Breaking news here on the AV Life. The rest of the HETMA crew will be living it up in Nashville for EDUCAUSE. And I believe, Bex, you're also making an appearance. Maybe. Uh-oh.
I think she froze.
I think we. There you are.
Indeed, it will be. Did I freeze?
You did, and now you're back.
Hello.
Yes.
The Wi-Fi's been fine all day until right now. But yes, we'll be at EDUCAUSE. I'm going to be on foot, but I'm always down to get stopped by people if anybody wants to say hi.
So yeah, so we'll
on the hoof, EDUCAUSE. Yep. Look for a Bez sighting. Yes, right.
So I'm gonna just throw it open to everybody else. How are we all doing tonight?
I'm gonna tell you, and you may or may not have noticed, but I got a really stiff neck, so I'm keeping my chin kind of pointed down. Okay. So I'm not usually I'm like this, and that may be why I have a sore neck. Because I'm in my computer. I'm like, okay, so I'm kind of looking down.
Have you been at your computer because of the book?
Oh, well, I'm making good progress. Yes.
Good.
Thank you for that, Tim. Yes,
you're
I
welcome.
am getting close. And I decided that I wanted to make sure to give it a good launch. So this is the AV Project Manager Handbook, which has been in the works for quite some time. I have finished everything but the layout and the cover. But I thought I need to first get my goal right now is to get advanced review copies to the right people so that I can get some buzz and plan a good launch for a real book launch rather than just getting it out as soon as possible, which I've done with my other books. But now this one, it's a good one. And I want to get it in the hands of the people that will find it most beneficial. So yeah, I'm doing some layout and putting in graphics and things like that. And it's a great thing. It's going to be fantastic.
Oh, it's so exciting. This is like a great buildup. That's what this is. We're all excited for you there, Murphy.
Thank you.
So how about you, Nancy? How's the early days of the new gig so far?
What do we say? Drinking from a fire hose?
Yeah, exactly.
That's just everything in AV, and I feel like is like that.
Yeah. So it's exciting. It's overwhelming, and but it's good.
Good.
So really enjoying it.
I've heard great things about that
company. Get out
company.
on the road.
Yeah, heard great things about that company. So I'm excited for you.
Yeah.
But I know onboarding takes a minute and it's always overwhelming, but it'll be good, I'm sure.
Yeah. Actually, did you, Tim, ever play Centipede or any of those type of Atari games?
Oh, I mean, yeah.
I
I mean,
did.
it's been literally decades, but yes, I used to. Yes.
Okay, so the CEO is a hardware designer of those games.
Oh, really? I never knew that.
That's what I'm saying. The history,
Interesting.
I had texted Renee, the history is phenomenal about Screen Beam. And it
That's
just
awesome.
goes from there. So yeah, really, I wasn't involved in Atari or anything, so I don't know. I remember hearing about Centipede, but for those that did, then they'd be like, "Oh wow, that's cool."
Yeah, us classic gamers. Like my son has like the PS5 and all that, but like I couldn't play a game on that thing for my life. Like give me my two buttons on my my old NES and I'm good, you know. So
yeah. All I can say as a Canadian is that Rush is going back out on tour.
That's some exciting news.
Yeah. And a drummer from Germany.
Wait, Bex, you look a little lost. Are you okay? You don't know Rush? Tom Sawyer?
You should, European, you should know, or UK, you should know Rush.
See, I'll Google it. Hold on. What was supposed to be?
I feel like this is Orlando all over again. I feel like you, me, and Laura had this conversation about like different musicians that you all should know, but you don't.
No, we live a very sheltered life across the pond. It's all, Elton John and just that's.
Well, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with him.
We don't listen to anyone that isn't a sir.
Spice Girls?
This is actually, I don't know if you've noticed, but this is in homage to Sporty Spice. She has like that Celtic knot, and my mom was like, "What if you got it in bats instead?" So that's my Spice Girls tribute. But
there you go.
That's like it's fun. There's some of the games. So like the first console I ever played was the PlayStation 1. Okay. But like anything before that is just didn't get involved in it.
So you were a Spice Girl fan back in the day, huh?
I mean, you could say that. It was a really popular. It still is a really popular Halloween costume. It's a shame Laura's not on here because she actually did. She have a Spice Girls themed birthday. It was Spice World. You know the movie where it was the whole thing.
Oh,
she
wow.
was Sporty, which is why I'm convinced that we're secretly like soulmates. Because it's the best Spice Girl. But everyone has different opinions. It depends on who you ask.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody got a Spice Girl preference here? I'm assuming you all have like a specific Spice Girl that you favor, or is it just the whole band?
I mean, for me, it was just the whole band. I mean, as a teenager, like they were all, attractive. So,
That was the 90s, right?
And the same thing too. They have the accent, Bex. Like it was like
what accent? You have the accent. We talked about this.
Sure. Yeah, we'll take that.
Yeah, you guys have the fruity accent that we hear on TV. But,
it's really funny, like listening to like British actors do American accents because it like throws off like I don't know my mental perception when it comes to that.
It's we're really lucky actually because we're exposed to it so much. So when I moved here, I realized all the TV and all the movies that are shown on TV are American, but across the pond, we grew up watching American TV, English TV, and Australian as well. So it's quite easy, I think, for Brits to adopt the accent. I actually didn't know that Kate Winslet was English for the longest time because I saw her in Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, and then she did The Holiday with Cameron Diaz where she swapped, and I was like, that is the dodgiest English accent I've ever heard in my life. And then went to Google her because I was like, she's got to be from somewhere really weirdly American, and she's actually from Oxford, and I was so embarrassed to not even know. But like her American accent's so good that I, as a Brit, didn't believe her English accent was her real accent. It's crazy.
Well, Emily Blunt did that to me. Like I had seen her in. Yeah, the only things I had ever seen her in, I'm trying to remember exactly what it was, but I'd seen her in a couple things, and I was like, oh, like all right. And then all of a sudden, I saw her in an interview, and I'm like, what? I was like, all right. She's married to John Krasinski, so that
she gets the American beverage. She's probably got American kids because I think she lives over here, doesn't she?
I think they're here now, yeah. So
so they probably have the accent. I mean, you must be able to do it really well after so long of, you know.
I would imagine immersion is the best way, right? So
there it is.
See, I hand you the you know.
Slam dunk, Tim. With that, that's it. You've done it.
I did. So
back to this Rush game though. So what is that? What is that on? Is it like was it an old console?
It's no, it's a band.
It's a band.
Yeah. Nancy, you're muted.
I know. That's why I was just like, oh my God.
I read your lips. I heard the oh my God.
The 70s, man, the 70s.
Into the 80s too, right?
And well, the 80s and 90s. Yeah. I've seen them in Buffalo, New York. I've seen them a couple times here up in Northern California. I never did see them in Toronto.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, so my teacher for listening in grade 8 courses, he actually would take, which was brilliant. He always had a turntable in the room with his records, and we could play them like it was the Boomtown Rats, I Don't Like Mondays, and it was Rush, and it was Steve Winwood. And so he would allow us to play them, but to look after. For listening, he would take a sheet of a group, and then he'd have like where you would have to fill in certain words, but you'd have to listen to the song. Fly By Night by Rush. That's how I remember it.
Mm-hmm.
But Rush has a cult following. They're very poetic in their lyrics, and they just are so good on stage in interacting with one another and the audience, and they just now it's young people as well as, you know, those that have grown up with them.
So Cliff Notes. Rush is a band from a while ago that people are very, very intensely passionate about. The drummer got cancer and died, and so it was a real bummer. So people were sad about that. But now a new drummer from somewhere in Europe is coming along, and they're going on a tour.
Anika. Yeah. They say she's brilliant.
So that's kind of exciting.
Yeah.
See, I didn't care about them before, but now I'm like, oh, maybe they got a female drummer, and now I'm like, so this could be a cool refresh.
Well, it's a big thing for them to, you know, bring on, because they stopped because of Neil. He had brain cancer, unfortunately, and that was it. They were going to end their tour, but they said what Getty said is that when he and Alex would just come over to Getty's basement and they'd start jamming, all of a sudden this renewed energy came back. And they were jiving and they were really enjoying it. And then Anika was with Beck, and it was a sound engineer, I believe, that told Getty about her. And so they listened to her stuff. And then she just brought in energy to them where they said, you know what, let's go out. So kind of a cool story. And Bex is still like, I don't know what the heck you're talking about.
I had to listen. I do know the songs that you're
Tom Sawyer is the best. That's my favorite. So get that and listen to Tom Sawyer.
See, and my favorite connection to Rush, there's a movie, and it didn't do it particularly well, but for those of us that are like science fiction people, it's called Fanboys. It's got, oh man, what's his name? He was in Balls of Fury, and he's been in a couple other things, but basically it's like this group of friends, and their one friend, actually, he was diagnosed with terminal cancer, which is a little interesting that they picked, you'll hear it. And it's right before Star Wars Phantom Menace is supposed to be released. So for those of you playing the home game, that's the fourth movie that was released. So it's the first of the prequels. So the friend was supposed to not live long enough to see it released in theaters. So they were going to Skywalker Ranch to go find George Lucas to have him watch the movie before he passes. Well, the one friend has a van, and everyone gets in the van, and it's like all decked out like Star Wars and Millennium Falcon. And his friend, one rule about the van is all Rush all the time. And you look at he's got the old cassette tape like case that has like all the albums of Rush on cassette, and that's what they play the entire. Basically, it's like the soundtrack for the entire movie. So, fanboys.
Fanboys. Well, I was the letterboxd.
So it was a like I said, it didn't do particularly well in theaters, but like I have it on DVD and Blu-ray, I think, actually.
I'm here with you now. Oh, it's Jay Baruchel, Kristen Bell. Is directed by Kyle Newman, he's the guy that is going. Oh, do you guys know who Jamie King is? She's the one that looks like Margot Robbie, but isn't actually Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
So I'll show you. I don't know, Tim, if I've ever shown you my face mash board, but I'll send it to you guys so you can have a look. But I basically have this big board where you like identify celebrities that look like other celebrities and see how far in the chain you can get by like identical twinning them. Is really spooky. There's like 2,000 celebrities in this thing, and like every single one looks like the next one on the list. It is off the chain. I'll send it to you guys. But she was married to Kyle Newman, and they got divorced recently, and that's why Netflix cancelled her zombie thing. It was a whole thing. It was crazy stuff. But she's coming back to me, I think.
Yeah.
But that's kind of
it's interesting. It's interesting because now that I'm looking at the cast list, I'm like, it's actually like an amazing cast list.
It is, yeah.
And I told Dan Fogler is the guy I was thinking of, like, and he shows up in like in a bunch of different movies that you may or may not have heard of. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. He's in that. So
he's in loads of things, isn't he?
Yeah. So
live. I was in a bar in El Segundo the other day where they filmed one of the Sharknadoes, and there was a lady, like the lady who works at the bar was absolutely, she was just losing her mind over how fun it was to watch them film it. It was really good. Have you seen the Sharknado films?
I've seen a few. Yeah.
You've seen a few.
That was like a pandemic. That was like a pandemic purge. Like it was like, all right, what else can we watch? Oh, we can go through all the Sharknado movies.
They're a guilty pleasure, but man, they're worth it.
It was like that and Tiger King, like at that point, it was like.
Laura's never seen it. I checked her out in the Airbnb the other day over this because she was like, "Oh, I wasn't on TikTok, so I wouldn't know." And I was like, "What did you even do during lockdown if it wasn't watch the Tiger King?" Because that's what we were all doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Crazy.
I was up till 3 o'clock in the morning watching it. So yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
So but anyway, we've already digressed like so far away, but so anyway, what, let's bring it back for some serious business here, or semi-serious business. Well, project management is a serious thing.
They're like, wait a minute. I better get ready. Yes, thank you. It is serious. It is a lot of people that are wondering about what to do and making it all happen, and everybody's focused, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody's focused, right? All on it. And what I wanted to talk about for my PM minute, what occurred to me is risk management. Someone had brought that up. And when it comes to risks in projects, there's a lot of things that you could look for. And it does depend on the project as to what's primary. But the risks appear when the overlaps happen. Are you familiar with like a Venn diagram? So you have a Venn diagram and say, here is a circle that is all of the things that are, all the things that are video. And here's a circle with all the things that are audio. And when they overlap, not necessarily audio or video, but two items overlap or meet, that's where the risks can happen. That's where the changes are most risky. So this can happen in a project when you're handing off. This can happen in, I think of like a network. You can get the signal going on the network and the problems happen when it hits the spot where it's supposed to make a transition. That's where the risks happen, is when the handoff or the overlap happens. So doing a project, as a project manager, I pay attention to those in particular. I feel pretty good about handing off to the coder, like the programmer. I don't know how to program. I really don't. So I go, hey, programmer, here you go. Do your part. But I need to come in when the programmer is handing off to the customer what they just created. Because the customer has in her mind what she's thinking, the programmer has what's in his mind, what he's thinking, and that handoff has to happen properly. So those handoffs are the point where risks occur. I know that's kind of boring, rather serious, not very funny, but disasters happen when those handoffs are not managed.
I was gonna say, sounds like when a relay race goes bad. Like you've seen those like during like well, maybe not necessarily during the Olympics, but maybe during time trials. Like they go to hand off the baton and like it just never works out right. So
oh no, right.
Yeah.
Don't drop it.
Don't drop the baton.
Yeah. Don't drop the packets.
Can I ask a question about the book without doing any spoilers?
Please.
So is it written from is it like a horror story from your perspective of experience in the past, or is it like a how-to guide? Or what angle are you coming at this from? Is it like his what not to do, or like his?
I really focus on the what to do. Okay. What not to do shows up without asking. So I worry.
Well, and actually, that's an interesting thing. You bring that up because actually this month in October, the theme is for HETMA and for higher ed AV is handling failure.
Oh.
Yeah. So and managing failure. So I would say I know I am very, very, very far from perfect. So I've had a lot of failure over my time. So yeah, but anyway, but it's interesting. Yeah, it's interesting. You say it that way, Murphy, that, the what not to do kind of just comes along.
Yeah. So since you asked, Bez, here's a quote from the introduction. I say, it took me time to acquire my AV project management skills. This book is me paying forward all the kind lessons given to me as I've gone along. I wish I'd had a book like this early on, so I'm creating it for those who are starting.
There you go.
Very nice.
So, yeah, I'm a nerd about it, so I've created distinct checklists and what to do, like all the step of the way when I think, okay, what would I do first? And then this would come up and this would come up and this would come up. So it's not very long. It's about 90 pages, but it's very specific to our industry. And very few project management books are like that. Mine might be the only one. So here you go. Stay tuned.
You're fulfilling a need that isn't available.
That's what I think. Yeah. So I want to make sure to give it a good launch into the world.
That's great.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we're anxiously waiting for Murphy's book, and we've already claimed the grand release when she's ready to go with it. So
that's break the news.
We'll
hear it here.
That's an AV Life exclusive when it's ready to go. So.
Yep. But other people, I will be hitting up other podcasts and other places to talk about it as well. So, but AV Life is first because this is my crew.
Yep. Renee, I was gonna say it looks like you're stationary now. You've left the shuttle.
I've made it to the car. I figured out the Bluetooth. So, but my coworker doesn't land for like another 40 minutes. So I'm like, I'll just hang out here in the national parking lot.
And where are you, Renee?
I'm in Denver.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that your territory?
It is.
We need to chat.
Yep.
My territory too.
Hey,
crossover.
Yeah.
Road trip.
I love having partners to travel with. I love it.
And we complement one another too. So.
Yep.
Even better.
Absolutely. Yeah. We've got Forte is doing like an open house at their location on Thursday. So I'm seeing a few customers tomorrow and then on Friday. So making a whole trip of it.
Nice.
There's a lot of people out here to see, but I usually spend at least 3 days out here just trying to see everybody.
When I had consultants and engineers, There's so many out there in Colorado.
Yeah.
You could spend a good 3 days solid.
Yep. You could. Yep. But
So.
I'm getting old, and 3 days on the road, and then I'm done. 3 or 4 days, and I'm done. But anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, glad you made
everything
it.
else is good. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I think that there's some issues with the government shutdown and some air traffic controller shortages.
Yep.
And so everything was just kind of delayed, and then everything backs up. So when you have a late afternoon flight, it's like, oh, guess what? You get all the day's delays.
And that's partly why I could fly to Boston for the Midwich event, but like, you know what? I'm just gonna get a rental and I'm gonna enjoy the drive.
You're gonna drive up?
Yeah, it's like 4.5 hours. It's not.
It's such a good drive, Tim. Have you done it before?
Yeah, I've only driven like most of my, aside from like if I'm flying for Infocom, like I drive pretty much everywhere I go. Like I've driven down to Florida, I've driven out to Pennsylvania. I do all, years ago I drove out to Texas. That was a long trip.
That's a long trip.
That was a long trip.
For you.
Hours-ish. It's not too bad.
Yeah, I know. Well, we also took our time with the trip too. So like, we kind of went down and across. Like it was like, so it wasn't like a direct line.
Yeah,
so
it's actually really hard to do the direct route because of the way that all of the interstates go. They kind of all sort of none of them. There's not one that goes straight from one side to the other or straight up and down. Like you have to go off on a little tangent anyway.
Yeah. So my family was like intentionally like making like a road trip of it. It was like, so we took the long way around, but yeah. So yeah, I'm used to driving. I did look at Amtrak though, and I was like, that could be fun. Like, but I could get the Excella on the way up, which was gonna be great, like business class. I was like, okay, I could enjoy that. But then on the way back, like the Excella, I think the Excella like almost doubled in price on a Thursday, which was so weird. But I don't know.
They make one of them more. It's just like when you see a flight advertised for like $75, but then to get back, $300.
Well, that's so I'm going to Disney next year, and I was looking at flights, and the flight out was not the problem. It was like a Thursday. It's the end of March into the beginning of April, but then flying back on Good Friday, the price tripled for the flight coming home, and I'm like, and I tried like, okay, well maybe Thursday. Nope. It didn't change. Like, so I don't know.
There's a whole algorithm I'm sure that they use to figure out like, okay, this is a holiday weekend, so let's really ding this day,
So
if you don't mind driving, you can always drive to a different airport, like fly back out of Jacksonville or something. That could be a vibe. And the drive up to Jacksonville, there is a Buc-ee's on the way in there. So.
There is, yeah. I've been to that Buc-ee's. I know.
Have you? I've been to that Buc-ee's. It's such a low key Buc-ee's compared to the rest of them. Have you noticed?
It's still insane, but it's still
it's not quite like
with no other Buc-ee's to compare it to. That was insane. Like it was. So for someone who already has neurodivergent tendencies, to walk into a Buc-ee's is like. It's like, oh, I gotta see that. Oh, I gotta see that. Oh, I gotta see that. I gotta try that. Eat that. Like,
it's overwhelming.
Yeah.
Have you ever been in another one, or have you just been in the Jacksonville one?
I think it was just the Jacksonville one. So
that
was 2 years ago. It was 2 years ago when last time I went to Disney. So.
And you heard that they're raising the prices of Disney.
I'm not even like at this point of being a Disney fan, like it doesn't even faze me anymore. It's all right. It's gonna get increased. So, and they gotta pay for the, 2 theme park addition that's happening, 3 new area expansion they're working on in Disney World. So it's like.
But Disneyland was pathetic. How much it cost Max and I at the end of August.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was. I got it at Undercover Tourists. Got it down to 900 and something, but it would have been over 1,000. But that's for the hopper,
right?
Because and it seems like they ding you now. I don't want to do one park. Because what if the wait times are terrible? Well, then you
Right.
can run over to California and
See, and there's only well with Walt Disney World, like I could stay, like if I'm going to Epcot, I'm staying in Epcot because I'm going to stay there. I'm going to drink and I'm not going to leave.
well,
but-
there's an incentive there, right? Yes,
Right.
get that.
Yes, but like Animal Kingdom, you go to Animal Kingdom in the morning before all the animals go crazy with the heat and everything like that, and then you move on to another park. So, because Animal Kingdom really is just it's even though they're changing things, it's still a half-day park.
Yeah.
So
There are actual animals. Is it like a zoo?
it's a zoo with the theme
Like
park.
a safari thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, I just didn't know that.
All right. So wait. All right. So the next time you're in Orlando, or in another 2 years when we're back in Orlando for InfoComm, we're going to find a way to get you to Animal Kingdom, so at least you can.
Don't threaten me with a good time, Tim. I'm already there.
They've got roller coasters, they've got shows, they've got animals. Like the safari is fun because like Disney has found a way to, like, without causing harm to the animals, making sure they're seen. So they've designed the safari in a way that you still get to see everything. So.
Hey guys, I gotta bop off.
All right.
It was nice to meet you, Bex.
It's about that time.
Bye.
Night, Murphy.
Yeah, I've done the Universal parks a few times. And I've done the one, so Universal Hollywood's my local, but I really like the Universal in Orlando. But I haven't done Epic Universe. And I feel like that's
Yeah, well, that's driving up the price of everything in that area right now too. Like I got to do the InfoComm like after hours thing. That was fun.
Rained on, didn't you?
I got soaked.
That was a rainy night.
Me, Atkins, Annie, like we all got absolutely drenched. But everything finished, like the rain finished in time to ride like the big coaster. We were able to we had access to, like, because you only had like part of the theme park, so the one real coaster they had, we were able to get on that, and towards the end of the night, and we went through twice. So, and then they've subsequently have taken down that coaster because it was apparently that coaster was due for demolition, and they brought it down. So not for any reason other than it was just time for it to go.
It's okay.
Yeah, not like it was like throwing people off of the ride or anything like that.
Right.
That would be so scary.
Yeah.
Oh, and also I was thinking, Nancy, but we said Costco usually does like hopper passes. If you catch them at the right time of year, they were doing them for the LA one. You could get 3 days for like $150 or something crazy.
Yeah, it just has to do with the timing and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? You could go off peak.
Doing our Disney cruise though the day after Thanksgiving
Nice.
on a brand new ship. And you know what they announced? They're going to have 13 cruise ships. So right now they only have like 6 to 4. They have 6. And this is the 7th. So it's crazy.
Bloody hell.
So,
Where did Renee go?
I'm here.
oh.
My coworker was just texting me, so
Oh, okay.
they're gonna land early. I'm like, well, that's no fair. Anyway.
That's all right. We got about 5 minutes left, so we're we gotta start talking wrap up. So
Well, good luck with Forte. Tell them that a redhead needs to see them and introduce, because with Cynthia, I went to AVISPL with her because I went with Cynthia and our SE Nick. And I sat there, and the one engineer said, I know you. You were at Williams. And I'm like, yeah, actually I was. Okay.
Yeah.
But I don't know the integrators in Colorado. So
I'll bring you around. When you hit Colorado, you let me know. I'll take you around town. Maybe we'll hit a concert at Red Rocks. That's on my bucket list. One of these trips, I'm gonna hit Red Rocks. I don't care if it's somebody I've never heard of. I'm gonna go.
Yeah. Yep.
Because
I'm all there.
Awesome.
Why do you think there are a lot of AV things happening in Colorado? Is it just something in the water, or is it like the altitude just makes them all like crazy connected?
It's just projects, and it's a bigger state.
I don't really know.
I don't know.
That's wild, isn't it? I hear a lot of stuff going on in that kind of like part of the world.
Yeah. I don't really know. I think that like Denver is just crazy how much it's grown even just in the last 10 years, but really the last even 5 to 6, just crazy growth. I mean, this airport is out here kind of in the middle of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And it used to be like you drove a long time to get to the airport. Well, now it's kind of like there are housing communities and corporations, and it's like, oh, now the airport is amongst a lot of businesses and housing additions and stuff. So I don't know if it was a COVID thing. I'm not from here, so I don't really know. But I mean, people came here to get away from.
Well,
I can imagine.
Tell you a funny thing. So when I was with Williams and my manufacturing rep, they would swear because every other license plate was Texas, and all they complained about was all the Texans coming over.
Oh,
You don't know how to drive properly, and blah, 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 blah. And all of a sudden, there's all this home expansion and you name it. And so I think it's the same as any other state. Like Idaho had that with California.
so Wyoming
Was going over there. And then there were these big booms. So, so what happens is the schools get bigger. So you have to, modernize, you got to add on. And so I think that's what's kind of happened.
Yeah. And I think all the decent size integrators have an office here. I mean, all the ones, the national integrators, they all have offices here and they all do pretty good business. So there must be enough business. I don't know for sure how to answer that, but it's just crazy growing and crazy expensive here. But
isn't that funny that you say that? Because that's what I've discovered with whether it be Atlanta, Austin, Houston, Denver, all over. Everybody explains traffic and expensive. And when I say California, well, I don't think California is any more expensive than anywhere else, to tell you the truth, including now like Ontario and Vancouver and all of there.
It's crazy.
Yeah. And I think going back to what you were saying, I think with the pandemic, I think it's similar to like what happened here in the New York, New Jersey area. Everyone was living in New York City. The pandemic happened and they all pushed west.
Scattered.
Like it was like, let's get out of the city. And so
I don't know.
Yeah.
Kind of
So
crazy, but
anyway. So we'll start wrapping it up. Yeah. Go ahead, Renee.
Great to meet you. Thanks for being on. And everybody have a great week.
Yes, you too.
Thanks,
Good luck with everything. Yeah. Bex, thank you for joining us here tonight. It was wonderful to have you on.
Thanks for having me.
If they're looking to find more information about you and or Igloo Vision, where can they go?
I want to say igloovision.com is our website, and that's about right. You can also find Igloo on LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, and the email info@igloovision.com. That's
there you go.
We have to get you on LinkedIn.
If I can even find LinkedIn, we'll find out.
Oh, it will find you.
With a good time.
All right, folks. Well, thanks, Bex. Glad I'm so happy you came to join us to join us here tonight. I need to go to bed, I think. So the problem being here on the East Coast, it's already like, I don't know what time.
9:30.
9:30 here.
Way past bedtime.
But yeah. I'm 45 now, and I just want to go to bed at this point. Like it's like I'm done.
Yeah.
Like it's like.
Hey, it's 8:30 my time, and I'm ready for bed, and it's 7:30 in real life here. So I'm like,
so there you go.
6:30. I think we call it. We'll all go to bed after this.
There you go. Yep. Well, yeah, Renee, thanks for jumping in. Same to you, Nancy. glad to have you all here tonight. And to all of our folks that are out there listening, thanks for chiming in and listening to all of our crazy shenanigans that we have here. Come here out for our keep a listen out for our Halloween episode coming out in a couple weeks, as we always do. Oh, Bex, maybe we want to come back. Maybe it'll work out. We'll see.
I just love
It's even more unhinged than what we did today. So it's
a costume because I already did it. You
could. It has
and
happened.
Remember, Tim,
Matt.
October 13th, Monday. It's Canada's Thanksgiving.
Oh yes. So happy Thanksgiving or Canadian Thanksgiving.
All the listeners, yes.
Yes, to all of our Canadian listeners, happy Thanksgiving on October 13th. So as always, folks, until our next adventure.